All right, everybody, it's Ron Jones from Dialogues of Diversity. It's the 4th of July. Yay! The reason I look like maybe I'm having some spinal trouble right now is because I can't get this hat to stay on screen. How the hell with it? So it's me and Uncle Sam here to talk about the 4th of July. And Sam is here to help me get through this with you, okay? Now listen. Today is the day we celebrate our country's independence. Yay, whoop, 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 whoop. But here's the thing. In the last few weeks, I imagine there's a whole lot more people in the country who are feeling way less independent than they should. A long time ago, Frederick Douglass gave a speech on the 4th of July talking about it. And then he basically said, what does this day freaking mean to the slaves? Ironic, right? Sam, you got to go. You're cramping my style, buddy. A lot of what we see happening right now, we can put under the banner of what a lot of people are calling constitutional originalism. That whole idea is that the founding fathers literally said what they said, and that's all they meant, nothing else. That's some stupid ass thinking. Because if that were the case, they would not have allowed us to amend our Constitution. And we've done it a whole bunch of times, over 20 times with the original amendments tacked on. Now, the idea here is that there's some people out here who want to take rights away from women. And Roe v. Wade has been struck down. I've been trying to find a corollary, a comparison between this whole idea of constitutional originalism and the idea that the founding fathers would have taken these rights from people. First and foremost, there is no equivalency to taking reproductive rights from a woman. There's nobody out there trying to gather up all the man sperm. And if there were, trust me, men would have a whole lot to say about it. But it does speak to autonomy of your body, the integrity of self-determination within self. If we basically go back to looking at this thing the way that our founding fathers wanted us to, it would have been messed up. Because guess what? Women weren't taken into account in reference to autonomy. Slaves were not taken into account. Native Americans, God knows how many other ways those people were just not put in the equation in the beginning. But that's why they have put in place a mechanism for amending so we can give more rights to more people. So I've been thinking about this a little bit. And even though there's no direct equivalency between a woman's right to autonomy of her body and her reproductive ability and anything a man can do, there is this thing in reference to what I think a man, might affect men in a way that hopefully they can understand better. Hey there, modern day American. Hey, what's up, founding father? How you doing? It's all good. It's all good. Now, listen, I've had some thoughts about some things, and I need to let you know something. We're going to take one of your kidneys. There's some little kids out there who need kidneys. I know you got 2 good working ones, and so we're going to take one of them. I know that might sound crazy at his face, but look at this. I believe in the sanctity of life, and I believe that, anybody who has a chance to live should live. And hell, you're not going to die. It's not going to hurt you that much. And remember, you're going to be affirming life when you do this thing. So you're going to take an organ outside of my body without my permission. And you're going to do what you want with it because you think you have the right to tell me what to do with my body? You got it, brother man. Ha ha. Listen, there's a reason why you as a black person or women, they don't have all the rights us white dudes do. And so this is just one of the outcomes of that. If we wanted to give you all the rights in the beginning, we would have, but we didn't. So here we are, modern man. No, I can't take this, man. What's to stop you from getting all up inside my body and doing whatever you want to do? Oh, don't worry. We got you covered. That's the basic idea here. You should have autonomy over your body with what you want to do with it and what you allow others to do with it. And if you don't understand the slow erosion of those rights that originalism takes into account, don't be surprised when they come for you. Clarence Thomas already said himself, he wants to revisit some of the more recent rulings in American history. He wants to maybe revisit the whole gay marriage thing. And what kills me about that is that what does that say about his own interracial marriage, which about 50 years ago was illegal? What does that say to the idea that women couldn't vote 100 years ago? What does that say to the idea that 170 plus years ago, I still was in chains? Originalism is garbage. That doesn't mean that we should not discount discount the idea of what the founding fathers meant. But like I said, they were smart enough to know that they were not perfect and that we needed to build a more perfect union as we went. And that's what we've been doing for the last 200 plus years. We have been adding rights. We've been giving more people rights. And those rights are not exclusive to one religion, one gender, one age, one financial group, nobody. But none of it means anything unless the dominant culture, which in this case is men, when it comes to reproductive rights, and women, unless men give enough of a crap about the women who damn put you here. Care about your sisters. Care about your mothers. Care about the women you say you love. Care about women as a concept of humanity. They are just another element of the humanity we all share. And to steal their autonomy is the slippery slope that you will find yourself on at some point in the near future. I guarantee it. And I want you to think about it this way because I love you. And I want nobody to take from you what you so richly deserve. So that's why I'm putting the onus not just on the dominant culture, but men specifically. We have got to work together to make sure that these rights, the rights of all, are protected. That's why I want to start a campaign as best I can. I'm still figuring out the moving parts, but here's what I want to do. I want 2023 to be the year that we codify into the Constitution the Equal Rights Amendment. In 1923, two women, Alice Paul and Crystal Eastman, put forward the language that became the first assertion of the Equal Rights Amendment. And we almost got it through in the 70s, but then there became this big pushback. No coincidence, in the early 70s, that's when Roe got passed. That's when the Equal Rights Amendment almost got through, because that was the pushback. And now we're seeing the ugly consequences of it. If we want to make a difference, I believe we can start there. There's a whole lot we can do between now and then. I want to make 2023 the year that we put women codified to constitutional protection, because they deserve it. Your mother deserves it. Your sisters deserve it. Your wife deserves it. We all deserve it.